Hey y'all, NK here and welcome back to the Cookery. Now it is almost Christmas, you guys, so today and also to mark our 25th video, oh my gosh, we are 1/4 of the way to 100, cannot believe it. And today we're going to make some cinnamon rolls. Now I absolutely love cinnamon rolls and I love Cinnabon so much, so I decided to give this a try. This is probably my 4th time making this, although I can never really seem to get the exact same texture right as in the video. So today we're going to try and do it again and hopefully let's see if it actually turns out well. I mean, it always tastes super good in like a cinnamon roll. It's just, you know, that kind of fluffiness and how they tear it that makes it look just like, I don't know, that's soft. I don't know. But we're going to try and find it today. So if you want to see if I can actually master it this time, fingers crossed, then stay tuned. So first things first, I'm just going to go over a quick review of all my ingredients. I have some all-purpose flour, I have baking soda as well as some salt, I have yeast, I have melted butter, milk, and sugar. Now this is just for the dough part. So I'll tell you guys like the ingredients for like the filling, like butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Like they give specific like measurements for them, but for me, y'all know I be freehanding it, so we always like to freehand the filling just because basically you just want to get all the edges, want to have it like a good solid color and just that. But first, let's work on the dough. So in my large bowl here, I am first going to whisk together my milk. This is warm milk here. I'm going to do my melted butter. Oof, melted butter is like, does anyone else not here like melted butter? Like, I mean, not that I don't like it, but it's just so sticky. Now I'm going to add my sugar. Now I'm just going to whisk this kind of lightly, but I'm just using a plain fork because y'all know how I am about like using the easiest things possible so that I don't have to clean like so diligently, I guess, for the other stuff, like versus like if you use a fork every day, you'll, you know, just wash the fork versus clean something special. I don't know, it's just how I kind of am. So I'd rather just whisk it with a fork, and that's that. So that is basically steps 1, 2, and 3. So next I am going to add the yeast. So we'll sprinkle. Whew. Okay, so I'm using bread machine yeast because that's all I have right now, and instead of active yeast. So I'm basically using like I'm using half as the recipe indicates, link down below. You guys know how this works. And basically I'm just going to like use 1 teaspoon and like a little bit less than a 4th. You know, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say the exact half, but I'm pretty sure I've got the right measurement. So I'm just going to sprinkle it. So obviously this is going pretty darn fast so far. So now I'm going to add, as I mentioned earlier, cut the recipe in half. So I basically have almost 3 cups in here because there's always some need for extra flour. You guys know what I mean? Like they always like more flour here and there. So I'm just, you know, kind of going by it. So I'm basically going to add all of it except for just maybe like a half down below. I kind of freehand stuff a lot, so I'm kind of used to it by now, and this kind of works all the time. So let's just add some of that through. I might just add all of it. Should I add all of it? Now let me wait it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep maybe that just a little sprinkle down below just in case I need it for more texture and all that. So now I'm just going to mix all of this together. So alright, so that is basically our dough. I was rewatching the video and it definitely looks basically the same texture. I feel like theirs is a little bit more sticky, but mine is still pretty sticky, and I don't remember it being sticky like this sticky the last time I did it, so I think I'm pretty much on the right page. It's gonna rise anyway, and I know in the future we are going to add a little bit more flour anyway, so fingers crossed. Hopefully this is good. Okay, so I'm going to cover it with my plastic wrap here. I obviously did a lot because it's a big bowl, so we're going to cover it. Yay, cover the bowl, cover the bowl. I'm going to set this in a warm place and let it rise for about an hour. Yes, an hour. So I will see you guys back here in a bit. Also, after about an hour wait, it definitely rose. Like it's definitely bigger than I remember. It's still like a bit sticky. It's definitely sticky, and I think it's definitely the right texture. But we are gonna add some more flour. So first of all, we're gonna add, the recipe says 3/4 cups, but like I feel like mine isn't exactly as sticky, so I did maybe just a little bit over a half. So I'm just gonna add all of it because we brave. And now I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of salt and a little less than 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So I think this is actually really good. It's that nice fluffy soft thing kind of going on here. Okay, so now that I basically moved my dough onto a lightly floured surface, I am going to start kneading it. Now, most of you guys probably are wondering, why does she have a small, I don't even know what you call this, a roller, right? I think it's just called a roller. Anyway, a roller that is small and pink. I'm wondering the same thing, you guys. Okay, so I looked everywhere and I do not have one of those wooden rollers. Why do I keep saying rulers? I don't know. Rollers. So I'm using an Easy Bake roller because I had this long time ago, and honestly I don't even remember anything I made with my Easy Bake oven. I really don't remember. I just remember having all the tools for it, which is beyond weird. So I'm just gonna start. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it here for the now, and I kind of always liked to just kind of roll it around in the flour a bit. I think I might have added a little bit too much flour to the surface, but like definitely in the middle, if you can add flour in between there, that is also great. Okay, now we use the roller. So basically we want to make this into a large rectangle, basically as flat as you can. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do everywhere, mainly where I see clumps. You guys, after rolling it, I must say, like, this is really good dough, and I honestly, I don't know what I did. Like, I'm confused right now. Like, I don't know how it's this good. Like, literally, it's not sticky, but it's a perfect texture. I swear, I think I'm gonna get this one right this time, which is insane. Like, I kind of, like, I don't know. I didn't really freehand it, but I definitely added, like, eyeballing how much flour extra it needed just to, like, powder it off. But it turned out really good. Definitely spooked. So okay, now we're gonna do the filling. As I mentioned earlier, there is a guide. Most of it is like 3/4 cups, I think. 3/4 cups, I think so, of like butter and brown sugar, I think. I don't know. There is a link down below in case you guys want to try it, but you know me, I like to freehand most things, and basically all this one is just making sure you fill it up and get it, like, especially on the edges too. That is a huge key that I learned the first time, that I had to make sure I did all the edges so that, you know, there's like filling throughout and that there's no blank spaces of just dough, you know. Next up, I have my brown sugar. As you guys know, I'm going to just freehand it, and since they are in clumps, I'm going to mush it kind of first. Seriously, don't know why I have clumps. I actually have to research that. It's kind of bothering me. So just kind of sprinkle it kind of all around, and then kind of just like spread it later. Definitely a lot of sugar, you guys, but in the end it tastes so good, so it's worth it. So at least I hope it tastes good. I think this one's actually going to taste kind of the best, I want to say, but yeah, definitely a lot of brown sugar though. I don't know why there's clumps. Get out. So now that all my brown sugar is done, I'm going to do the last one, which is the cinnamon, the part we have all been waiting for. So I'm just going to sprinkle it, and by sprinkle I mean dump, basically, because I'm putting a lot. And yeah, so what I was actually noticing is that, like, you guys know how I only do like half the recipe, but this is pretty darn big. Like, I'd say if you guys ever want to try it, I would do only half, because you'd definitely be using a lot of flour, and depending on how many people you have, then I would definitely take note of that. So yeah, but this is definitely a lot, honestly, but you know, it works. Guys, so now that all of my filling is in, now comes the fun part, which is actually rolling it. Now, honestly, when I first had Cinnabon, I honestly didn't know how they rolled it. I thought it was like each individual, but now I know that you have to make this whole piece of dough and then roll it. So honestly, you guys, I can't even stop saying it. Like, this dough looks so good. It's actually really perfect. I don't know what I did, and that's kind of the scary part. So I don't know what I did, but it definitely looks really good. It's so soft and thin, that's the thing. And I think that is actually the key to make it that soft, thin, and definitely nice texture. So now I'm just gonna kind of roll it. I kind of go like, I go really slow, obviously, but you wanna make sure you are doing it right. And in the end, it will get big either way, so no need to worry. So my oven is almost at 350 degrees. I actually kind of have to wait even longer, because I can actually wait another 20 minutes once I cut and put these into my pan, after also spraying, to rise some more. But I don't know, it kind of depends how much you want it to be fluffy. So I'm just gonna kind of cut this kind of however big you want. See, you guys, like, the real recipe makes 14 servings, so like 14 cinnamon rolls, but I think I just might make 14 cinnamon rolls, so who knows. But these are definitely a little bit smaller, which is kind of good, I think. And you can have like 2 per person, honestly, for like 1 serving, but I don't know, I'm not a nutritionist. So kind of just gonna do like that. These are definitely a bit thick, obviously. Okay, and that is basically our cinnamon rolls. I'm just going to take a middle one to show you guys. Definitely can be a bit sticky still. And voila, that is our cinnamon roll. It doesn't look amazing. Yeah, I know it does. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put that in there. And there we have it, one cinnamon roll. So I'm just gonna go all around to the center. Hey y'all, so after basically letting it rise for just a bit, my oven is ready to go. So I'm actually going to put this in now for 25 to 30 minutes. I think I'm just gonna do 30 minutes. I think I'm just gonna do 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure I just do it the longest time. So 30 minutes it is, okay? And I'm actually not going to make the frosting. I don't really care that much about the frosting. I mostly just care about the center and the cinnamon, and that is it. So I'm going to see you guys back here in 30 minutes, and then we're just gonna see how it tastes. You guys, they are done. I ended up doing them for like 32 minutes just to make sure, and they definitely are done. Okay, apparently there was cinnamon also underneath, may have spilled out, and there were literally bubbles of cinnamon kind of on the sides here, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of take it out. Oh my god. Okay, it's gonna drip, I have a feeling. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is our cinnamon roll. Okay, I'll turn it for you guys, because like, oh my god, like, wow, that looks so good. I'm just gonna keep the knife there. Okay, it smells so good. I'm pretty sure the dough is, first of all, done, which is good. But I think I'm actually gonna take a bite. Okay, so I'm first just gonna take an outer bite, obviously. And okay, there's definitely a lot of cinnamon going on there. Let's try it. Oh, that is good. I don't know what I did this time with the dough, but the dough is this time definitely that fluffy texture I was talking about. I'm gonna take a bite of the middle because this is the actual part that scares me. So let's see. The middle is definitely fully covered, which is probably the key. Let's try it. Oh, that was good. That is nice and chewy and literally everything I was looking for. Alright, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was truly fun and an experience as always. This is my 4th time making it, and I made 9 cinnamon rolls, and this is probably one of the best times I've ever made it. I really do think you guys are my good luck charm. So y'all have to keep watching these videos. You know how this works. And please hit the thumbs up button. Comment down below. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you guys a cinnamon roll fan, or are you guys like cinnamon twist? I don't know. People, who here does not like cinnamon? That is my question, basically. And please hit that subscribe bell and also that notification bell so that you get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys soon.